It's Whiff-Waffed Outpost, an old uncarted tribe hunker down. Cautions you that they're aware you're allied to another tribe. Says everyone knows you. They're cautious of allies. Says this is the go-to place if you like a good deal. There's no way they'll do that. They're smarter than you think. Light is the best, period. This area is biocontaminated. It's really hazardous. Your eyes are opened. Seems to them that the days are getting shorter as the world strides. With so much night, you need lanterns to be able to get anything. Their friend Mito makes the best in the land. Find him if you want. He's at a place he's named Brightlight, selling his lamps. Listen for the catchy tune. Mito is open for business around the clock, so no need to rush. It's probably easier to find him at night, though. He has so many lanterns, it would be hard to miss him. Bets Mito would give you a fair price. Claims to love chatting with you, no matter the state of your fur. Glad you ran into Gizmo as he says they don't have. Says you claims to love chatting with you, no matter the state of your fur. The air is thick with wet stuff. Let's see. Climbed right in. Bangarang. Daytime means the clock to nighttime is ticking. The grotto. It's deep enough to explore. grind those metal gears. Get already. Your enemies will flee before you. All fired up. You're grown wiser. Move it before you get your ticket punched. That's a jumbo puff with an appetite. Ain't no fuzz. Let's put an end to it before it ends our world. Jumbo Puff is kicking it up a notch. It's time for an electric performance. Bad feeling about this. It goes all the way down to the stomach. Start like a snack, and you'll end up with a ride down the intestinal canal. That's too close to the end station. Better move up. Up and over. Look at you, all pooped out. From this point on, there's no way forward but going back in. That's too close. Better pumped out than flushed down. Don't let it happen again. Wow, what a super-sized worm wimp. That must be as big as they come. See, it's what's on the inside that counts. That meat before, who would have guessed it would go down with a throw-up? Can it really get any better than that? He thanks you for dealing with the first World Eater. It's a start. You should go see Out of Date and find out what you can about the machine he's named the Ark. Even if Out of Date doubts your intentions, he depends on your help, and the Sifu is confident he'll let you know what you need. He trusts you know where to find Out of Date by now. He's always been at the foot of the tree, and that hasn't changed. You really need to go see... Gizmo will always make time for you. Been watching you and loves how you don't care about anyone but yourself. Says the Netra tribe hopes to see you again. Gizmo will always make time. Says you should take it. There's a serenity. Check out that day. That's a mind monitor from the days gone. A device that blip-screened smart matter. Looks like the inputters need to be linked to get the mind monitor to boot up. Just a few moves left. Make them count. It's mind over matter, software over hardware. Success is peace of mind. Go on, catch it. That's some sharp wood scrap there. Watch for splinters. You can always find some use for rubber scrap. Found some e-waste. Worthwhile. Mysteries unlocked. Will you with a hunter or the prey tonight? Let's see. Here is Knack Hill, the patch that Pebble calls home. Seems wowed that you made it all the way up here to wherever he happens to be. He's not... Says he's not quite sure. He just wanted to climb, but now he seems to be stuck. He's bowled over by how you managed to find him. Someone who could do that. What? Isn't sure he has friends anymore. Not up here at... Curious about you working with the Myriad. Don't do... Pretty blinding, he supposes. Let's talk about happier things. He says it's rare, but sometimes he gets caught between a rock and a hard place. There's no worse spot to be in, and this time is no exception. He's always felt insignificant, like a pebble to a mountain. That's why he's climbing now. He wants to feel on top of the lowlands for once. He realizes that one who doesn't climb can't fall either, so... Figures he can't get out of here on his own. He's tried. Pebble's risking death by staying or leaving, so he won't stop trying until he's able to climb out of this dying world. He figures he just has to be more careful. Also, it would be better if he knew where to climb. He doesn't want to be a pebble in your shoe, but if you'd help find some better spots for him to climb, he thinks that would only seem fair. He's not in a position to negotiate much, but he doesn't have much either. Nighttime is the better time for lots of things. Don't get distracted by all the destruction you can see this time of day. It's Peekaboo Park. Young ones love this sort of place. Days are scarce. Don't waste them. Nice shot. This one seems to be in good spirits despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you only follow your own personal code and is worried you've lost your respect for life. Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only seems happy but surprised you chose to turn this disaster into a blessing.
Come toward the light.
Slow down. Why would you rush in?
When you see what you want, why wait?
Well, what about being careful?
Pah! Poppycock! Full speed ahead!
That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. Let's just marvel at it all. Lots of notices on the board for things that made sense in the days when the surf was a lot cleaner. Interesting to see what they cared about here. Wonder if any of it matters now. In the old days, this was a port for boats that went under the surf. They helped clog the surf into goo. Toxanol didn't do it on purpose, I don't think. Their machines made a mess, though, and they never cleaned up after themselves. You should be able to find a track here. Just need to keep your eyes open. Let's see.
Yangu. Ajitawam. Rapiki. Ajitawam.
Gulpo ain't the easiest tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friend. Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He's one of a kind. Goop says our memory keeps things for us and protects them until we are ready to face them again. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all.
Yatupuwela.
He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child.
Kitenko.
Now the time has come for you to remember and act.
Taekeza. Yatupuwela.
He thinks that's the right thing to do. It's only when you have forgiven that you'll find peace.
Run, Dark, run!
It's not a race.
You only say that because you're losing.
That doesn't mean I'm wrong.
No, there are lots of other reasons you're wrong.
Surakia.
Says life on the goo is wide open. You have so many choices of where to go. Some are
Taekeza. Saruya. Kateamnio anyana.
best to stick close to the shore then, where the goo isn't so deep. That's like being close to your friends who can help when things go wrong.
Taekeza. Kateamnio anyana.
Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo.
Wingi.
Wishes you hadn't done so much to make the goo even gooier.
Itaku. Mako.
Thinks the myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf.
Lamdi otina.
Never seen any brighter. Shine on.
Vishni okitik.
But hey, back to the goo.
Manutai baradrade mavaniko. Vishni okitik.
Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now.
Nawaidivani. Tuisabe. Mavaniko.
He can't leave the Subnautica station, as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit. So you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside.
Tuisabe. Titutuata. Awali.
You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo.
Kawaida.
You're lucky that way. There's still cargo left on the shores from before the apocalypse. His best guess is a tower tanker hit a reef and went under. The tribes need someone to unite them. Hey, you found the track, even around all this goopy goo. Nothing escapes your googly eye. The surf here looked cleaner when that track was made. It wasn't easy to peer through the surf, but there are iBox tapes on record that shows they knew what kind of mutated creatures they're contaminated. Glad you had the patience to learn more about how the surf got gooed. Raw materials for your needs. It suits you. It's so vibrant out during daylight. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Keep your eyes sharp. Hard to see in the dark. Tonight's your chance to be sneaky. Toxanol's offshore drilling caused oily matter to spread with the rain and contaminate both the groundwater and open surf. The long-lasting effect this had on the evolution of wildlife was, as we know now, the only reason we came to exist. You need to line up the switches so they match. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework.
Mukam. Sayruya. Mukam bali kawaida. Musa.
He's got the goo glide functional. You'll have a pull hook and a salvage net, but no armor, and an engine strong enough to
Tuntwa yangu.
There's debris floating around on the surf that might be blocking your path or needs to be towed. That means you'll need a device so you can get it out of your way.
Yangu. Musa.
Goop says Gizmo's devised a cannon for the goo glide, but instead of bullets, it flips quacks, squeaky distractions for the triple attentive porky puff, which will give you time to get yourself in position.
Mukam bali wanakanwago.
The best way to find quacks is to talk to Gulp. He has the bearings of the surf archipelago and knows where the quacks like to float. This means you'll have the privilege of visiting Gulp in the Sinky Dink. He'll be able to...
Awali azitawa. Auta saretu nukwana.
That's where he bobs. Gulp refuses to move from that barge, despite the fact it makes him burf. Goop's not sure, though, if it's the surf sickness or the radium syrup that causes it. The night could be fun. Welcome to the surf archipelago, where the horizon rests on the surfy goo. Under your own power now. All good things end. Right between There are things out there waiting for you. Don't know what that e-waste was. You're poking around Pokbur, a prime village. It's harder for others to see you in the dark. Says the tribe Sifu sent them here to help defend against the rival tribe. Isn't sure how long the village will last if it continues. As if the plague ruining the land and destroying the crops wasn't enough to bring the village. It's troubling that the rivals believe their reign of terror is actually going to lead to a better world. The Sifu asked you to help, and that's what you must do. Wouldn't be surprised if you met again. The bright time is the right time to start your day.
Tu lo yo fiene, nefane, abdabe ai.
tuatu, kemelas malu alupup, alutulu.
Zunrun valja tutra itsusau.
A deal to be proud of. Broke it down to the basics.